Hey Bride, welcome to Hey Bride TV, a place where all things wedding and love are discussed. It's 2016 and we're ready to rock this year with amazing tips, interviews, questions, real weddings, and everything you want to know about wedding planning. And talking about wedding planning, we talk a lot about the whole process from engagement to marriage, right? But I feel like we need to give a little love to all those ladies that are getting married very, very soon. Are you freaking out already? I don't mean to be mean. I know it's a lot of stress and I know that it's just a lot of emotions. It's the most important day of your life that's supposed to also be the most, happy and exciting day of your life. But because of that, the stakes are really high and you have everybody coming to town probably, and you have questions about traveling and hotel and rehearsal dinner and what are we going to do after, before, how are you feeling? All those questions, which are very well intended, usually also stress you out. So don't freak out just yet. No, just don't. That's why you have a team of amazing people. If you are lucky enough to have an amazing team of professionals, then that's the best way, because you probably have a day of coordinator if you didn't have, a whole wedding planner, which is even better. But a day of coordinator will help you get everything together in one place. And that person will be in charge of contacting everybody and, fixing any last minute hiccup that you probably would not even know about. And that is great. If you don't have a day off coordinator, then I'm sure you have an amazing group of friends and family that can split those very important things to do, and also the time spending, having a great time celebrating you and your husband. So just make sure communication is key and it's happening. Just make sure you have a great line of communication. I personally love doing all the last minute things via Google Sheets, because I can do a spreadsheet that's online and I involve or invite to this spreadsheet everybody that's, extremely important and should know every detail. If I have a wedding coordinator, of course I have her there. But let's say you're having just your friends and family help you out. Hey, invite them to that Google Sheet document and write everything from the time. And I'm talking everything detailed, because the more details you have, the less space for questions you have. So I write everything from morning, time of getting up, at what time we're gonna have breakfast, in shower, who's gonna be the first person to do hair and makeup. I even put before that, 7:30 a.m. makeup artist arrives, and that should be 15 to 20 minutes before the first person, because makeup artist and hair artist has to get ready. So I put every single detail, because if it's 7:30, even though the first person is at 8 a.m., I'm probably gonna be calling, hey, are you on the way? Is everything cool? Great. I just want to make sure that everything is on time. Put every person that's gonna get hair and makeup in order. You don't want that same day to have the bridesmaids and the mom and everybody being like, no, you go first, no, you go first. No, that's been done before, so everybody has a list and everybody knows who goes first. Of course, everybody wants to be the last before, right before the bride, because you have a more fresh makeup and hair, but it can happen. Somebody has to be first. So make sure you write that down and everybody knows that. Also put the same things for groomsmen. Of course, it's gonna be way less, but instead of 7:30, it's 11 a.m. or whatever the timeline for your wedding is. Just make sure everything is written down every time that a vendor should arrive. Make sure that you put, for example, if somebody's bringing the cake, make sure that whoever's receiving it has the money for tipping the delivery guy, or any last minute things, phone numbers on the side, emails. I have everything so detailed in this spreadsheet that all the people can see, that I leave so little for a question. And if somebody has a question, they can just go in their email, check the Google Sheet, and most answers will be there. So being clear and having great communication, you guys, is key. I know everybody's excited. I know everybody wants to help, but the best help is being clear and having great communication. And that's how you're going to be able to enjoy your wedding, and they're going to be able to enjoy your wedding as well, because you want them to have a great time. So make sure you have great communication. Make sure you have a timeline very specific and ready to go. Make sure if you don't have a wedding coordinator that you call one more time all of your vendors to confirm they know exactly the address, exactly the time, and that you know exactly how you guys are gonna work. If you have a time frame for videographer, photographer, if it's 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is, make sure that you know exactly how much it is, because you don't want them to arrive so early when getting ready and then miss something at the end. Or maybe negotiate that part and say, okay, in the event that it happens longer, let's review again the contract. Is it, X amount of money for extra hours? Just make sure you have all that information at the top of your head so that there's no more stress, right? So that's one thing. Of course, you have to rehearse. I know a lot of people don't like rehearsals, but if you're doing a ceremony with more than you and the groom, it's ideal to rehearse, even though everybody will say, oh, we know how to walk. No, it's not that. When you know how everything's gonna flow and you know the music you're gonna walk to and the pace, it's just easy. And that's one less stress because they know what to do since they rehearsed. Again, the more information you have right at the end, the more calm you'll be the day of. And delegate. I know you loved planning the whole wedding, but there comes a time at the end that you really need to let go and trust in your people, trust in God, trust in the process that you've done while planning this wedding, that everything's gonna fit into place. And you know what? There's hiccups all over. It happens. I haven't seen a perfect wedding yet, but what's perfect, At the end of the day, perfect is getting married, having a beautiful, fun, amazing time and event, and it is what it is. So breathe, let go, don't freak out. You got this, girl. You guys, I am so excited about Ask the Wedding Planner. We have a podcast and we interview former brides about their experience, but I also want to give a chance for the brides to ask the questions. So if you go to heybride.com/ask, you will see all the details. And if you have a question, we will feature it here or on the podcast. We'll let you know which way it is. And we'll also send a gift to everybody that sends a question and the question is featured. So go to heybride.com/ask and I'll be waiting for your question. Till next time.